Okay. I'll call out the name of the second participant, Dr. Gunjan Anand. Ma'am, are you there?
Judges आगे क्या आपके?
Dr. PP Kothari. Dr. PP Kothari. Dr. Bhanu Pratap Singh. I'm requesting the presenters who are present here that I'm announcing the names to get the confirmation whether they have joined or not. Dr. Abhay Nirmal, Mrs. Menika Soni, Dr. Geeta Nema ma'am has joined. Mr. Pankaj Singh, sir, have you joined? Miss Vishnu Priya, Mrs. Vishnu Priya, Mrs. Meghna Jain,
मेरे का भी हमारा टर्न नहीं आया, म्यूट कर रखा है मैंने, हमारा टर्न नहीं आया, भी आएगा तो
okay. Jolly ma'am, shall we start? Yes. Presenters who are also. I, Dr. Jia Nema, with my colleague, Mrs. Jolly Sushma ma'am, Dr. Anurag Shilgal sir, and Mrs. Shalini Singh. I would like to welcome our distinguished keynote speaker, judges of this session, all the participants and presenters. Thank you all of you for joining the session. Now, before beginning the session, I would like to introduce our eminent judges, Professor Dr. Kavita Kavita and Mr. Vipin Sharma sir. Ma'am, I would like to, Shalini ma'am, I would like to please play the slide, introduction of our eminent judges.
A very good afternoon to all the participants and all our eminent judges. I would request it's a warm welcome and thanks everyone to join us on this technical round 2. This is a marketing specialization technical session and I welcome you all on behalf of IBMR IPS Academy. Before we'll start the session, I would request Ms. Shalini ma'am to just play the PPT of our eminent judges. We are having 2 eminent judges today, Dr. Kavita Tiwari ma'am and Vipul Sharma sir. Shalini ma'am, please the PPT. Thank you so much, ma'am. Vipin sir, are you there with us?
Yes, very
Yes,
much.
he is here.
Yes, a very warm welcome, Vipin sir. Before I'll just start with the session, I would love to introduce. I would love to introduce you, and it's my privilege to introduce you in this technical session. I know you are having a very wide experience in all the corporates and in education fronts also. So I would request Shali ma'am to just run the PPT, please. Shali ma'am. Well, our first judge for this technical round two, he is a consultant in Coldwell Banker and the president in BNI Early Bird. He has a very rich experience in real estate as a consultant, banker, and a co-founder of Veracity World, with a demonstrated history of working in a banking, IT, distribution, real estate, and marketing industry. His core skills include business development, a digital strategy, corporate communication, marketing strategy management, and direct marketing. To, to his forte, he is having a strong business development professional with MBA focus in marketing, advertising, public relation, and from IMS DABV. And the cherry on the cake is that he is also having a Guinness World of Record for being the participant in 24-hour tennis marathon. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you, Jolly ma'am. Thank you so much for introducing our eminent judges. Now, I would like to introduce Dr. Kavita Tiwari ma'am, and she is just like a family member, as we were having the long-term association with her. When I joined the IPS Academy, we were there together, and Professor Dr. Kavita Tiwari ma'am is a faculty of marketing at Dubai International Academic City, Dubai, UAE. She has 12 years of teaching, training, academic counseling, and research experience at leading academic institutions and industry at national and international level. She is a renowned corporate trainer, researcher, and motivational speaker. She has presented outstanding research work in almost 30 national and international conferences. She has been honored and awarded with the following titles like Global Distinguished Teacher Award organized by MTC Global Bangalore, India. She has been conferred a Best Research Paper Award 2016, Best Research Work Award in the year 2016. And as I already know, but yes, she is an got an outstanding speaker award in 2015 and Best Presentation Award 2014 in global and international conferences and workshops. Ma'am, I would like to welcome you back in the IPS family, as you were already a part of this family before moving out of India post marriage. Thank you so much for joining in the session. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I am so honored and blessed. I'm feeling like I am there only with you all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, Vipin sir, for joining in the session. Thank you so much. Now to begin with this session, I would like to ask the presenter, as we are also having, of course, we have been joined by the presenters. As per our schedule, if I'm talking about, Mr. Gagan Prakash is the first name who would join, who would be presenting the paper. So Gagan sir, are you there? Gagan Prakash sir? I think he has not joined the session right now.
We can have our second presenter for the day.
Dr. Gunjan Anand ma'am, yeah. I think, yes, she's at the second position in the schedule. Dr. Gunjan Anand ma'am, welcome to the session. And are you ready with the presentation?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon. I'm ready.
Good afternoon. Welcome to you back, Gunjan ma'am.
Pleasure to see you all.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So if you allow me, should I share the PPT or you?
Ma'am, as you say.
I'm okay.
Whatever
with
is,
this, yes.
whatever suits you, ma'am. If you are having the
You
PPT.
give me rights, I
Yes.
think that will be comfortable for me.
Yeah, sure.
Sure, ma'am.
Just a moment, ma'am. We'll just request our technical team to do
Yeah,
this.
sure.
I've allowed you, ma'am. You can start with your presentation. Sure.
Yes, ma'am. Just give me a second.
Before we are just proceeding with Gunjan ma'am's presentation, I would like to, yes, she just shared the presentation. I would like to present the criteria since we have already given the evaluation criteria to our judges. So I would like to just clarify the evaluation criteria, how our judges are evaluating our participants. This is the evaluation on the 100-pointer scale, wherein 2020 marks are being given on the topic, objective, methodology, findings and conclusion, and the implication of the study. Each are having 20 marks. So our judges will be evaluating all of you out of 100 marks. All the best, guys. All the best, Gunjan ma'am.
All the best.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
So, hereby, starting a track is always a pleasure. So, I request all the participants to please keep themselves on mute. It's a request. Okay, so I hereby, with my co-authors Tarika Nandedkar and Amit Kumar, presenting a paper.
You have to unmute yourself. I think by mistake you got muted. You unmute yourself.
Okay, very sorry, very sorry. Should I start from the start?
Yeah, please.
Okay, thank you so much. So, topic for our research was a study of investigating Patanjali's business strategy for market competitiveness. My co-authors are Dr. Tarika Nandedkar and Dr. Amit Kumar. And we tried to investigate potential reasons of Patanjali market success by focusing on its business strategies and decision related to spending on market plans. The four important areas were selling expenses, market expenses, distribution expenses, and promotional expenses. We took the data, 10 years financial data from 2010 to 2019. We have taken the data on these marketing expenses heads from CMI Provis database, and linear relationship is examined between marketing spending and sales revenue. Just to give a little bit of introduction. Well, the success mantra of Patanjali products lies in its Ayurveda base, which reflects the Indian heritage, its consumables. So Patanjali has introduced Ayurveda science in daily usage products, which won the customer hearts within no time, and firm has got strong brand image and market competitiveness. As we all know, Patanjali market success and its overall business strategy, the current research is being conducted to analyze its business strategies for market competitiveness, to estimate market related strategy, external marketing plans and moves have been considered and focused on four crucial elements as already mentioned by me. So these elements are studied in relation with sales revenue of sales and revenue of the firm. Objectives of the study were to identify the strategic element of market competitiveness of Patanjali and study the relationship between identified strategic elements and market performance of Patanjali. The hypothesis taken by us was there is no significant relationship between selected strategic elements and market performance of Patanjali. The study, well, it was basically a descriptive research method and is adopted in current study, which allowed us to investigate the trends, methods and mechanisms to understand the strategic building, allocating resources on various heads and prepare for market competitiveness. Well, the current study examines the mechanisms of market competitiveness of Patanjali through selected strategic variables. Here the dependent variable was sales and independent variable were all the four as discussed, already mentioned by me. Analytical tool with respect to the research objectives, correlation and regression analysis, we found it most appropriate. So multiple regression model is applied on the data in order to analyze relationship between dependent and independent variables, and the study also analyzed the level of impact of each independent variable on dependent variable. Stepwise regression method is adapted to identify the most significant model. While in getting doing the result analysis, the first point we got was identifying strategic elements of Patanjali marketing strategy. The strategic elements of Patanjali market competitiveness strategies are identified from its overall marketing plans, which include major heads of its spendings. So various marketing related spendings in journal has no sense to study, but it has significant relevance when we study the relationship and association with sales revenue. So this gives us an idea of increasing or decreasing spending ratio depending on the sales volume. So these marketing heads are being studied with respect to Patanjali, as it has got huge market competitiveness from the last couple of years. So these were the potential parameters being identified. In correlation analysis, among all the three, SE, that is selling expense, shows strongest correlation, that is 0.969, we can see on the screen, with sales, which means that selling expense need to be taken very carefully, and it primarily concentrates on push strategies, where an important middleman like wholesaler, distribution, stockists, retailers, etc. are given special attention to promote products across the potential markets. Then the second, that is promotional expense, is found the second highest scored variable, which played crucial role in market competitiveness, and Patanjali focuses equally on promotional expenses under its pull market strategy too. Then on the third score, we got distribution expenses, and which provides strong market competency to Patanjali. Distribution is very crucial element of market success and backbone of the firm, as we all know. So Patanjali is found so strong at distribution front, and this obviously it's one of the winning element for it. Marketing element, that is 0.252, here shows moderate correlation with sales. Then for regression analysis, as we can see on the screen, the null hypothesis is found rejected, and the test is significant with significant value of 0.00, lesser than standard value of 0.05. The test indicates that there is a significant relationship between various marketing spending heads and sales of Patanjali. So adjusted R square value is found to be 0.959. That shows the level of impact or predictability, as we can see. Then we have a estimated regression model here, and 7060.236 is the constant value. We got the regression residual model, and it basically shows that the distribution of variable, whether normally distributed or not, the histogram shows that the data is acceptably normal distributed and eligible to predict the conditions of dependent variable, and it plays significant role in performing linear regression and forms an appropriate model. In current study, the data falls under the normal distribution range, which establishes the acceptability of the regression test. So finding and conclusion, the study finds that firms' marketing spendings heads are crucial and play significant role in marketing strategies, and the market competitiveness can be built through efficient management of these overheads. The four important marketing heads are identified as selling expense, marketing expense, distribution expense, and promotion expense, and these are the important elements of market competitiveness strategy of Patanjali and helps to win the competition. The parameters also help to manage market related activities and ensure more predictable sales for the period. The amount of each head is not fixed or specified. It depends upon the firm's operating activities, goals, and short-term targets. From all these findings and discussion, the study concludes that Patanjali is very attentive for its marketing plan and aggressively working on it. It manages all marketing related aspects with full concentration and design according to the market requirements. Also, the bright image of Patanjali founders put more stars into its success, and the spending ratio of studies overheads are so wisely designed, which is able to bring results even from the high completion. So lastly, Patanjali aggressive move towards consumer market will definitely open new vista in other sectors too. That's all from our side. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, but I'm unable to hear anyone.
Thank you, Gunjan ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank
We
you
are
so much.
here.
Very rightly said, Gunjan ma'am, distribution really plays a very crucial role in any company's existence. And Industry 4.0 has actually brought a competitive advantage to different levels, which is being observed by you in Patanjali as a company. Great work. Before we just switch to our next contestant and the participants, I would request our judges to just keep the result as a suspense, and which will request them to just declare on our valedictory session. So till the time, we'll just hear all our participants, and all the best to our rest of the participants also. Yeah. So who is our next participant, Jaya ma'am?
Thank you so much, Jolly ma'am. And our next participant in the schedule is Dr. A.S. Rathore. And I request him if he is ready with his presentation.
Yeah, ma'am, I'm ready with the presentation, please.
Okay, sir. Sir, would you like us to play your presentation, or you are? Shall we provide you the right? You will be playing your own.
Yeah, I will prefer playing it myself.
Sure, sir. Okay. Sir, you can share the screen.
Yeah, ma'am. Can you see the slide, ma'am?
Sure, sir, it's visible. So please continue.
Audio also clear?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to talk on the impact of COVID-19 on Indian solar industry. We have seen that lockdowns and travel restrictions during COVID-19 pandemic has impacted the manufacturing, installation and commissioning, and finances. During the pandemic, we have seen that the commercial and industrial power demand reduced drastically because of the slowdown of economic activities. However, the domestic consumption increased because people started working from home. This pandemic has negatively impacted our national solar target of 100 gigawatt by 2022. The CRISIL reports say that 3 gigawatt of solar projects worth 160 billion have been affected. These are the few papers which I have reviewed out of the many papers. Details have been already given in the end and given in the paper. The objective of my paper is to analyze the impact of COVID-19 primarily on the three issues: manufacturing of solar panel and components, installation and commissioning of solar plants, and impact on the finances in solar industry. Since it was the pandemic period, the study is basically on the secondary data related to manufacturing, installation, and commissioning of solar power systems. The data has been collected from various articles published by solar industry experts, and this study has been done between 20th August to 20th November 20. I'll focus the findings primarily on the manufacturing, installation and commissioning, and the finances. First, coming to the impact of manufacturing. During pandemic, we have seen that The pandemic started from China to Europe, USA and UK, and then to India. So that is why there were a lot of restrictions on movement of goods and travel, and hence import restrictions, which led to decline of import by 70% in Q1 of 2020 as compared to the previous year. We have also seen that the labor migration had in a major way, and laborers migrated from factories, that is place of work, to their villages due to fear of coronavirus. And still on date, not all the labor has returned to their place of work due to fear of virus. The domestic manufacturing crippled primarily because of the heavy reliance on imports from China, Vietnam, Thailand, and also because of the non-availability of labor. Coming to the impact on installation and commissioning, the reports say that 43% decline in the installation of solar plants in Q1 of 2020 as compared to the previous year. India could add only 989 megawatt in Q1 as expected to be 1864. That is only half of the capacity. 2.3 gigawatts of solar plants worth $2 billion, which were planned in June to August, are behind schedule because the stores delivery got affected. Since the stores from China have been delayed and restricted, the price rise from the solar products for Taiwan and Malaysia also increased 15 to 20%. The data shows that 85% of the labor in solar parks are migrants who move to their villages. Hence, the projects are delayed. We are seeing that the slow economic recovery is still there because virus is still present and we haven't have the vaccine as on date. We are seeing that there is a decline in power demand for commercial as well as industrial activities. Though Government of India has given force majeure clause for extension of installation for the solar plants without penalty, but there is a severe impact on the finances as companies have already invested into these projects. Coming to the impact on finances, we have seen that there is a severe liquidity crunch because reduced sales, products are available, there is high reduction in the demand. We have seen that because of the pandemic, there is loss of jobs, which has resulted in evaporation of purchasing power of consumers. During pandemic, power distribution companies were unable to collect dues from consumers. Hence, they are unable to pay to the solar power generators, the persons who are generating solar power and giving it to distribution companies. Hence, there is a requirement for additional financial packages and support from Government of India and RBI. We require top-up loans to have the working capital. We are seeing that there is a reduced investment in solar industry because of uncertainty in the future. Because of the lack of purchasing power, the delayed decision by consumers to go solar. There are some glaring challenges which are being faced by the Indian solar industry. That is the uncertainty over future power demand due to diminished growth prospects, higher risk in the solar plants because of the delayed payments, PPA renegotiations, and demand curtailment. slowdown in distributed solar market due to loss of manufacturing capacity and suspension of the aid programs. There's a risk of growing trade barriers and disputes as emphasis is on local manufacturing by various countries, and lack of competitive financing solutions because of lack of finances. Based on the study, I have some recommendations to make. First is regarding the financial relief. Though Government of India has given some packages, however, there is need to give some more relief packages which need to be announced. Increase availability of liquidity for the manufacturers. Increase moratorium period, which is 3 years to maybe 6 years, 3 months to 6 months. And we need to promote indigenous manufacturing by reducing import dependence. There's a need to hike tariff barriers for a duration of 3 to 5 years, because the Indian manufacturers will need 2 to 3 years to establish their new factories and enhance their capacities. We need more availability of finances to smaller players like rooftop manufacturers for their sustenance. There also need to have reverse labor migration back to their place of work. There is also need to promote public-private partnership. For that, we need to have policy changes and more public-private collaborations. Some more recommendations are policy prioritizing for sustainable, cheaper and clean solar energy, diversified import of raw material. We should not be restricted only on the China and other countries if we have to import. We need to go for technology transfer agreements specifically for solar ingots and solar wafer manufacturing. The Government of India needs to have enhanced subsidy to renewable energy vis-a-vis fossil fuel, because only 3-fold increase in last 5 years to renewable as compared to coal, gas and subsidy, which has been given 7 times. Discoms also need to pay immediately to the power generator to enhance the confidence. Skill development programs, more skilled Surya Mitra programs and more skilled development institutes need to be opened. I'll conclude that we should have more financial packages and cheap loans to revive and boost solar industry. Need to have a strong and strategic revival plan to move the present import reliant solar industry to self-sustained export model. We need to have a stimulus plan for green, progressive and effective solar industry. I hope that Indian solar industry, which has done exceedingly well in the past, overcomes these challenges of COVID-19 pandemic and bounces back stronger to achieve newer heights. These are some of the links which I have used. That's all from my side. I'm ready to take any questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rathod sir, and it's a very relevant presentation as we see with the theme of the conference, Industry 4.2. We really need to, I think, look for the alternative sources of energy as well as the sustainable source of energy. And I request my eminent judges to please ask any question if they are having, and also I request them to, if any tips they would like to give for the other participants, upcoming participants. Vipin sir, Kavita ma'am.
Okay, first of all, I'm really very impressed, Mr. Rathore, from your presentation and this topic. I would like to tell you that internationally today, everyone is looking forward for something sustainable, and you would be very delighted, and you must be updated already that here in UAE also, we are taking care and taking the maximum advantage from solar. We have solar stations over here, designated solar stations. We have solar parking, and we have solar sensor parking as well, which is actually helping in saving a lot of energy, because here the power, I mean the electricity is very expensive. So for that to even to conserve, so you have made it very valid point, and I would like to suggest that if you can just include few more statistical tool also to your study, you can very well go for ABDC or Scopus Index journal publication. So you
Thank you,
have
ma'am.
that quality.
Thank you, ma'am.
All the best. I don't
thank
think
you.
I am in a position to ask any question from you, because you have covered almost everything. So looking forward to see you with the new assignment and new publication future.
Definitely, ma'am. I'll try to improve on that. Thank you.
All the best. Thank you.
Vipin sir, any insights?
I will second what Dr. Kavita Tiwari ji mentioned. Definitely, it's a very enlightening presentation, Rathore ji. Sir, आपसे एक question ये था कि basically there will be industries that will be using the solar, and there'll be individuals that will be using the solar as a power. So would there be a split between what industrial consumption is and what individual consumption is, so that the individuals also get some light on that?
I would say that
Security.
whatever individual wants to manufacture solar power at his home, whatever he wants to use it, he can use it. Otherwise, through the net metering concept, he can send it on the grid. Secondly, the target which the India had 100 gigawatt by 2020, which has been now revised to 450 gigawatts by 2030, and 36,000 petrol pumps have been given sanction to install solar battery charging systems. So as an industry, the nation is looking as a complete package where the individuals can contribute to the grid, the small companies can go, and the 5 gigawatt or 50 gigawatt plants, they can also integrate. So as a network, it is basically, if you want to use something, you can use, otherwise you can sell it to the government on the grid. So as it is not differentiating between individual users or it's a national level solar plant.
And I'm sure your study would have also come across the Australian government's plan, which they've been implementing this plan for the last 30 years, I'm assuming, and it is very well in place. It's like a normal routine for them. So did you go through that aspect to be implemented in India?
I frankly, I have not gone through that specific study, but yes, Europe has been pioneering on this solar, but with the data, with the way present government is saying that in the past, with the UAE, ma'am will agree that we have been importing energy from the Southeast Asian countries and the other countries, oil import. Now the present government is saying, since we have solar irradiance in the India because of this geographical, we should be exporting energy to other countries. So the present government has changed the philosophy that India should be solar energy exporter to the other countries. So that is what the philosophy at the national level working on.
Great. It's quite enlightening, Rathore sir. Thank you so much for your point of view.
Thank you.
I'm done.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank
you
you
very much,
so
sir.
much, Colonel Rathore. Thank you so much, Vipin sir. We would like to call upon our next participant, Jaya ma'am. Yeah, who's our next participant?
The next participant in our schedule is Mr. Pankaj Singh. Pankaj sir.
I'm sorry. The next participant is Mr. Pankaj Singh. Pankaj sir, are you ready with your presentation? Hello? Pankaj sir? Mr. Pankaj Singh?
Do we have Professor Arpan Srivastava with us? In the meanwhile, Pankaj sir is joining us. We can switch to our next participant. Arpan sir, can we start with your presentation now? Okay.
Yes, only if just a minute.
Yeah.
Good morning,
Yes.
all.
Would you like us to play your presentation, or you would like to play by your own? You're
Please,
comfortable?
please allow me.
Yeah,
I
sure.
wanted to share my screen.
Yeah, sure.
Sure,
Good
sir.
afternoon, Kavita ma'am.
Hi, good afternoon. So nice to see you.
Sir, the feeling is same, ma'am. Good morning, Vipin sir.
Hello, Doctor. Hello, Dr. Arpan.
Nice here. Thanks.
Hey.
Okay. So my screen is visible, please, ma'am. Please, is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So good afternoon, one and all. Yeah, as we all are facing the problem of this COVID pandemic, and hence, as we belong to teaching fraternity, hence the problem arises to how to take classes. Like everything in the country shut down. We have not prepared ourselves for this particular event. Nobody has thought of that all of a sudden everything is going to be shut down. As if I talk about today's scenario, now everything has been unlocked only except academics. Then the biggest challenge in front of a teacher is how to take classes, at the same time how to educate a student so that he or she can continue with his studies without disturbing the academic year. So hence I have opted a topic that is blended learning and flipped classroom during pandemic. And here the studies based on previous research, as well as the opportunities and the challenges which we are facing right now, and the opportunities for overcoming those challenges. So if moving forward, why? So article in Bloomberg Business Week highlighted that $600 billion teaching industries forcefully shifted to online teaching learning process. In the age of COVID-19. So number of universities and educators taught themselves about popular software programs of video conferencing and online teaching. UNESCO reported approximately 1,200 learners from 151 countries are directly affected by COVID-19. The pandemic resulted in lockdown and social distancing. People are compelled to stay inside for their well-being, and contrast to it the online teaching and learning process. Although this worldwide lockdown forced Education Institute to adopt the online platform, as it is the only way out, but the entire education system is underprepared for this, be it primary, secondary, or higher education. No room for technology anxiety is left, not by choice but by chance. So everyone has to shift from a contemporary teaching to the virtual mode. Almost every sector in the world developing an ecosystem to cope, recover, and prepare them for future challenges. Imparting educational content online is the only way out to cope up and sustain in academic industry. However, the entire online education ecosystem needs to be designed in a dynamic way to make the experience as close to real classroom. So flipping the class has already been introduced to enhance understanding. This is not a new term which we are discussing right now. This is all the concept of flipping the classroom was already used in, have been used in contact classes earlier as well. Certainly integrating these two conversations together would mean more focused learning. As defined by Long et al. 2016, video is widely utilized as typical pre-class learning material in the flipped classroom basically. Because sometimes it happens, we as a teacher found some people who are not that much confident in a particular subject or topic. So for coping them up with the level of the class, we need a platform where that individual directly comes at the level where the class is actually behaving. The main objective of flipped classroom is to providing a platform to the student to have got an initial exposure to understanding the concept prior to the class. Sams and Burgam concluded that in the year 2012, the aim of the pre-class learning phase is to better meet the individual's learner's need. Moving forward, as per the study conducted by Wilson and Kohn in 2007, it was found an average performer in the class remember only 20% of the material taught. Hence, flipping the class model significantly support active participation. Also, the pre-class learning, which actually inculcates interest in student to perform better. In 2005, Jason et al. Recommended after this homework, the focus of a teacher is to spend in-class time with practical aspects, complex problem solving, deeper conceptual coverage, and peer interaction, which will going to help a student in such a way so that he can actually coordinate and be with the class at the time. This is the concept which we have developed with the help of previous research and with the help of our findings. So the the holistic concept of flipping the class is categorized into 4 categories. The concept, flipped class masters creativity and challenges. So moving forward, I will be taking all these things one by one. So if I talk about the background, then the flipped learning enables the flexible education and caters diverse need of the student. It improves the participation as well as encouragement of the student in the learning activities. It has been defined by Rohel et al. In 2013. So if we discuss the present scenario, we are witnessing that almost all the universities, even though they belong to higher education, and the school which are teaching student of primary and secondary level, forced to adopt one of the virtual learning teaching program, and blend of flipped and virtual learning has come up with fertile result in terms of engaging student meaningfully. So moving forward, we have categorized again this particular thing into 4 categories. Number 1 is individual consideration. The concept of flipping is blending learning and it integrates flexibility. This was discovered by Johnson Becker in 2014. The flexibility enables learner to reach out the content individually so that they can perform active role and follow the content according to the individual interest. Again, this was defined by Bishop and Verlager in 2013. A beforehand understanding about the topic leads to effective class hours as students practice what they have learned through provided material. Again, this was defined by Gayatri and Vijayarani in 2017. So these all are, these all are the advantages of individual consideration. Hence, the instructor is able to give individual attention to struggling student and offer complex tasks to those who are already well versed with the content. Flipped classroom also provide the collaborative learning. It is based on the ideology that learning is neutrally social art in which group of people study together on a common goal, defined by Galark in 1994. The mutual learning process provides a chance to the learners and participate in disclosure. Also, they have the liability for their own particular learning, and thus they become critical thinkers, defined by Babu 2017. If I talk about active learning, what happened? After collaborative learning, we will be having the topic, the point that is active learning. How we come to know that if we are flipping the classroom, if we are providing content to the student online, then whether the student is actually learning actively or not. So active learning classroom are known to support student learning outcomes. It was defined by Bepler et al. In 2014. The flipped classroom extensively used web-based technology to deliver course content outside the class with application-based learning during in class. This was defined by Taylor in 2007. Okay. Technology and flipped classroom. In comparison to traditional teaching, flipped classroom require a proper integration of technology into teaching process, defined by Lai in 2018. Technology play an important role in developing rich media formats such as video, podcast, online tutorials to make learning easy even though the student is outside the class, defined by Schiller Harriet in 2013. Hence, the integration of technology enable multiple teaching style, improves teaching quality, and fulfills learning outcomes by adopting variety of teaching and learning strategies. With the help of all these factors, we will be able to engage student through self-learning program with the help of this virtual, this flipped classroom. So student in flipped classroom concluded that instructor keeps on engaging student to participate and learn in comparison to traditional methodology, defined by Ferrari in 2013. The flipped technology is a shift from teacher leads direct teaching to focus on getting student involved, defined by Kostair et al. In 2017. This reinforcement motivate active learning environment, and the shift promote self-learning with a view to convert the student as lifelong and independent learner. There are certain challenges while using flipped classroom, and we have identified few opportunities for overcoming those challenges. This was the model which we have developed. The blue circles are actually defining the challenges which a teacher is actually facing, and the yellow circles are defining the opportunities for overcoming those challenges, or the platforms by which we can overcome those challenges. So I will be taking all these one by one. Give me only few minutes. So the first factor is organize course material. So how to organize course material? We can organize course material with the help of Bloom's taxonomy. We can organize our course material with the help of prioritizing the course material and enhancing scientific knowledge. So if we do all these things, we will be able to organize our course material where we can only deliver that content to the student which is relevant to that particular course. The second challenge is how to utilize virtual class time creatively and effectively. This can be done with the help of alignment of the activities which we want to do during the class, or which we want to expect from the student after the class as well. Interaction among learner and educator. This virtual platform provides a direct interaction between an educator and learner, and peer group support. Sometimes a few people are facing difficulty in identifying the weaknesses of them. Here, the peer group will help an individual into the flipped classroom activity to perform better and overcoming those weaknesses. The third challenge is constructive learning process. This can be done by teachers' control, free access. The student is having free access. They can access the classroom from anywhere. It is not at all required that they have to sit in a particular place for attending a specific class, but they can access those classes from anywhere. And these flipped classroom technology are self-paced. Once teacher has recorded his video, teacher has recorded his class, then the student can access or can review the concepts of those classes even after the live classes has been done. Next one is virtual learning environment. This can be done with the help of creative tools like podcast, video conferencing, the platforms we are using, Zoom, etc. The tech facilities, here we can use, like in Zoom also, we will be having the platforms like, for example, screen sharing and the breakout rooms. In fact, we are having the whiteboard facility as well. So these are the technical facilities which we are having in virtual learning environment, which help student to learn, help student so that they can learn increasingly, they can increase their learning. And last is convincing learner. This is the last, this is one of the challenge in front of an educator, that how to convince learner. So we can do this with the help of student engagement. We can develop motivation among the students so that they can go for the online and flipped classroom. And peer support again play a very important role for overcoming these challenges. So if I talk about conclusion, the flipped classroom allows student self-learning and allow instructor to conduct two-way communication or discussion during the virtual classes, as the students are well versed with the theoretical aspects of the topic going to be delivered in the session. They are well aware of which topic is to be discussed in the class, so they can prepare their content accordingly. The current research paper discussed the benefits of flipped learning, such as individual consideration, collaborative and active learning, technology involved to enhance the content, and blend with virtual teaching. The blend of these two concepts engage learners in collaborative and coordinated way. The success of all these model pedagogy greatly depend upon how well the technology is adopted and accepted by the instructor as well as by the learners. The sole objective of blend learning is to increase participation in virtual classes, and it only possible when students are meaningfully engaging themselves in provided content. At last, while the need of technology in online education is rapidly growing, additional insight to enhance the online education is required. All the references are placed at the end of the full research paper. So if anyone wants, they can recommend those research papers. Thank you so much. Any questions?
Well, very rightly observed, Arpan sir. This pandemic actually lead us from conventional to contemporary ways of teaching, and which actually lead to the collaborative teaching style. And we all learned a lot in this era. And yes, technology did play a very vital role in this by connecting us from different places of geographically. I would like to welcome our judges and all the participants if they have any questions. Yes, Vipin sir, Kavita ma'am.
Kavita ji would start if she has questions.
Yeah.
No, I always have a lot of questions because we are from marketing. So definitely we have a lot of things to speak about. So first of all, it's very nice to see you, Dr. Arpan, and after being long, because I was always in touch with Jolly ma'am and Jaya ma'am on Facebook and other social networking site. Okay, so you have raised it very nicely, and it is very well presented also. I just have one question. Have you implemented any statistical tool also, like some quantitative thing?
No, ma'am. As the research is only based upon the study is basically of more of literature review type of thing. Hence, we have only concluded on the basis of the research which have been previously done.
Okay, because right now is the correct time for you to collect the data, because I would be happy to tell you that I am also doing one study on this here in UAE specifically, and in fact we have student even standard across the world now, right now, as well as you have said that due to pandemic they cannot travel also.
True, Kavita ma'am, and we are in the process of that also. The second phase of this paper is to collect the data. In fact, we have designed a questionnaire. It has been sent for the pilot study, and once it has been done, we will be we will be taking this particular topic into the second mode, definitely.
Oh, perfect, perfect. That will be great. I really like the title of your study. Very nice.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
All the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
All the best, Arpan sir. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Can we have our next part? Yeah, please.
Yeah, sorry. I had only one question, which actually Kavita ji also covered in a manner. It's very nicely presented. All the facts and figures, all the information were relevant. Yes, of course, the facts and figures are missing because we didn't have pandemic earlier, so we don't have numbers to quantify that. So there's no numbers. But I do feel that the ownership of learning is shifting from there used to be a responsibility of teachers to make sure, or the coach to make sure that the kids are learning, but now the ownership has shifted to the kids as well. So responsibility has shifted, and that's a very big change, because concentration on the screen for 8 hours, 4 hours is a big question which is going to come up. So engaging them has to have certain tools which are now developing, and it will have a major impact in future. So I guess those engagement tools would be very relevant in future.
Definitely, sir.
And I guess you would have studied that already, but I guess this is the only point of view. If you have some engagement tools right now in your study, you can mention, otherwise we'll move on.
Sir, as I said to Kavita ma'am also, that the research is basically of literature kind of thing, and we are in the second stage of this particular research. We are working upon those statistical tools. We are collecting data from not only from the teachers but from the students as well. We want to know the exact situation, what actually teachers' expectation while they are delivering the classes from the student. At the same time, what are the expectation of a student from the teacher, like which kind of content they want to learn, which kind of queries they want to raise, at the same time which type of problems they are facing using the particular specific platform. So this is something which on which we are still working, and once the pilot study has been done, we will be definitely going in the market for collecting the data, and I hope in next meeting definitely we will be having a discussion upon some challenges and the problems which actually students and teachers are facing at this point of time.
Perfect. I think you're restarting the world with this. All the best to you.
I'm trying to do, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kavita ma'am, and thank you, Vipin sir, for your valuable suggestions. Can we have our next participants, please?
Our next participant is Mr. Pankaj Singh. Pankaj sir, are you there? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Okay, Pankaj sir, would you like to share your presentation?
Ma'am, I request you to please run my PPT.
Sure, sir, sure.
Video.
Okay. Sir, is it visible?
Yes.
Okay, sir.
A very good afternoon to respected all the dignitaries and research scholars. And today my topic is role of service quality in influencing customer satisfaction towards hotel services in MP. So first of all, I would like to introduce my topic. Hotel is an integral part of tourist visit to a place with the aim of providing standardized world-class services to the customers. The Indian hospitality industry, spearheaded by the hotel market, has emerged one of the primary sectors which are driving the economic growth of the country. According to a report released by Kenneth Research Agency, the hotel industry in India is expected to reach a value of 1,210 billion by the end of 2023, expanding at a compound annual growth rate of 13% during the 2018 to 23 time period. The deepening penetration of internet use and smartphones in India has led to increased booking of hotels through online portals and applications in recent times, like Make My Trip, Yatra, Goibebo, etc. The next slide. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear your presentation.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Next slide, please. Okay, the next one is concept of customer satisfaction in hotel industry. Customer satisfaction is defined as the number of customers or percentage of total customers whose reported experience with a firm, its product or its services exceed specified satisfaction goal. In hotel industry, the personalized services for the customers focus on at least three key elements: increased personalization, applications of technology, and increased awareness of changing demographics. According to Hill and Allen in 2007, in the service-based industry, especially in hotels, the customer's attitude towards hotel services show the customer satisfaction and their behavior show customers' loyalty. Next slide. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay, the next one is the customer perceives services in terms of its quality and how satisfied they are overall with their experiences. According to Jathmel in 2000, the service quality can be considered as the bridge between the anticipated services and the concrete perceived services. In 2017, the Parasuraman et al. In 1988 has proposed a model for improving the and measuring service quality that is called Serviqual model. Next slide, please. Okay, the model is based on the client's evaluation of service quality on the basis of 5 dimensions of service quality. The first one is reliability, the ability to perform the promised services dependable and accurately. The next one is responsiveness, to willingness to help customers and to provide prompt services. The third one is tangible, physical facilities, equipments, and appearance personnel. The fourth one is assurance, knowledge and courtesy of employees and their ability to convey trust and confidence. And the last one is empathy, caring, individualized attention of the firm to provide its customers. Next slide. Okay, the next one is literature review. According to Bursky and Nash in 2003, in order to achieve customer satisfaction, it is important to recognize and to anticipate customers' needs and to be able to satisfy them. According to Hare et al. In 2008, a study reveals that assurance, empathy, and tangible are the most important to customers' evaluation of service quality and thus may have a positive influence on customer satisfaction. According to Markovic and Rasper in 2010, the main dimension of perceived service quality in hotel are reliability, empathy, and tangible. The dimensions of service quality play a significant role in the performance of hotel as a service sector. According to Janet in 2011, all the dimensions of service quality were identified as the key factors influencing customer satisfaction. The outcome of the study suggests that to improve customer satisfaction, organizations need to improve and dimensions of service quality. And the next one is according to Amiraj et al. In 2013. The author conclude that there is a positive relationship between perceived value, service quality, customer expectation, and customer satisfaction, but service quality as the significant factor for affecting the customer satisfaction. Next slide. And the next one is research methodology. In research design, the descriptive research design method has been selected for this research. Sampling unit. The sampling unit was individual customers or the guest of hotels of selected cities of Madhya Pradesh for survey used in this research. And in sampling area, 3 prominent cities and 3 tourist destinations of Madhya Pradesh has been as field study for the collecting data. The 6 cities were selected since there is a heavy concentration of organized hotels in these cities, which comprising Indore, Bhopal, Jabalpur, Pachmadi, Khajuraho, and Bandhavgarh. Okay, sample size. In this research, a sample size of 300 customers of hotels in Madhya Pradesh was required to collect data from the sample area. Sample design. Two-stage sampling method has been used to collect data. In first stage, 6 cities and tourist destinations of Madhya Pradesh as Bhopal, Indore, Jabalpur, Pachmadi, Khajuraho, and Bandhavgarh has been selected. And in second stage, 10 hotels and 50 respondents were chosen from each destination on the basis on convenient sampling. Thus, in this way, a total of 300 respondents were considered as sample size for this study. And here the objective of the study. The first objective is to determine the impact of perceived service quality on customer satisfaction towards hotel services in Madhya Pradesh. And the second objective is to study the perception of customer towards service quality in hotel industry in Madhya Pradesh. Next. And here my first objective is to determine the impact of perceived service quality on customer satisfaction towards hotel services in MP. Here my first hypothesis is there is no significant role of quality of services on total customer satisfaction towards hotel services. It is found in the study on the basis of correlation test that p-value of test is 0.00, which is less than critical value 0.05 at 5% level of significance, which indicates that the hypothesis is rejected. Thus, there is a significant relationship between quality of services and overall customer satisfaction towards hotel services. It is also found in the study that the value of correlation is 0.752, which show a strong positive relationship between customer satisfaction and service quality. Thus, there is a significant role of service quality on customer satisfaction towards hotel services. And here correlation between total customer satisfaction and dimensions of service quality. Here tangibility, reliability, responsiveness, assurance, and empathy. In tangibility, the Pearson correlation significance 0.547, reliability 0.655, responsiveness 0.668, assurance 4.471, and empathy is 0.658. In second, the tangibility is 0.00, reliability is 00, and all the values are 0.00, and n is intangibility 300, 300, and 300. Further, the Pearson coefficient of correlation show the strong positive correlation between customer satisfaction towards hotel services and dimensions of quality of services like responsiveness 6.668, empathy 0.658, and reliability is 0.655. Thus, responsiveness, empathy, and reliability have significant high degree of positive impact on customer satisfaction. And here my second objective is to study the perception of customer towards service quality in hotel industry in Madhya Pradesh. Here dimensions of service quality, mean value, standard deviation, and rank. The first dimension of service quality is tangibility. Here the mean value is 3.3533, standard deviation value is 0.66706, and the rank is fifth. The second one is reliability. Here the mean value is 3.56, standard deviation value is 0.657, and the rank is second. The third one is responsiveness. Here the mean value is 3.53, standard deviation 0.704, and the rank is third. The fourth one is assurance. Here the mean value is 3.36, standard deviation 0.780, and the rank is fourth. And the last one is empathy. Here the mean value is 3.66, and the standard deviation value is 0.84, and the rank is first. The survey revealed that out of 5 factors, 3 were perceived as important aspect of service quality. Here the mean is greater than 3.50. Empathy and reliability factors were perceived to be the most important factors affecting customer service quality. Here the mean is 3.66 and mean is equal to 3.56 respectively. Responsiveness was perceived less important than other two. Here the mean value is 3.53. Assurance and tangibility are not important dimensions of service quality in hotels. Here the mean value is 3.36 and 3.35 respectively. Next slide, please. And here I would like to conclude my topic. It is concluded from this study that service quality play a vital role in influencing the customer satisfaction towards hotel services in hotel. Furthermore, this research concluded that responsiveness, empathy, and reliability have significant high degree of positive impact on customer satisfaction. The study also indicated that among the various service quality dimensions, empathy is the best predictor of service quality. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Pankaj sir, and a very in-depth study. And I'm sure till last financial year, service sector contributed almost 55% of our GDP, and that's why it is one of the very important sector in our Indian economy. And I'm sure with the technologies like artificial intelligence and many more, we can increase this empathy and the reliability quotient in our services. I would request our judges and the participants for the questions if they have.
Amitaji, over to you first.
No, sir, please, you may go ahead. I always speak first. You can proceed, please. Please go ahead.
I have one simple question. So there were 6 hotels you have mentioned were researched, Pankaj. So which one was the best in customer service and which was the worst?
Pankaj sir, please unmute your mic. Pankaj sir?
I guess he's unavailable. Maybe we can move on. Whenever he's coming back next time, we can ask these questions.
Okay. Actually, sir, he is somewhere in travel only, and from there he has given his presentation.
No.
That's why. Yeah.
No.
There may be a network issue. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. No problem.
Okay. So I would like to call upon our next participant, Dr. Geeta Nema, ma'am, please. Hello.
Hello. This is Vishakha. Geeta ma'am and I have done the paper together.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
I will be presenting on her behalf.
Sure, ma'am. So, ma'am, would you like to share your presentation by your own? Or
Oh, yeah, I would like to pull the deck on my own.
Okay, fine.
Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, before starting with the presentation, good afternoon, everyone. This is Vishakha Khandelwal from International Institute of Professional Studies, Indore. And on behalf of my mentor, Dr. Geeta Nema, I would like to extend heartfelt gratitude to IPS Academy for providing us with this opportunity. And I would like everyone who's a part of this presentation and this conference, I'm very thankful for everybody's presence. So the topic of the research paper is role of shoppertainment as a determinant in elevating in-store experience and enhancing retail sales. And Dr. Geeta Nema is the main author and I am Vishakha, the co-author. My presentation will cover the introduction, objectives, hypothesis, research methodology used, findings and interpretation, and conclusion. So I would like to start with introduction. Retailing can be termed as the distribution process of selling goods and or services right to the ultimate user, and it can be differentiated based on what product is being offered and the structure of the organization. The major type of retailing is store retailing and non-store retailing. Store retailing typically happens within a physical brick and mortar store, for example, supermarkets, hypermarkets, etc. And non-store retailing happens outside a conventional store. And the examples of this could be direct marketing, vending machines, online retailing, etc. Retailing can also be classified into unorganized and organized retailing. Unorganized retailing refers to very small shops such as local general stores or pavement vendors, etc. They tend to bear low cost and have no standardizations as such. Whereas organized retailing, it refers to the type of retailing where these big time companies, they run and control their retail stores and everything is mostly standardized. An organized retail scenario, it is undergoing a massive change owing to the times that we're in, and owing to all these benefits that organized retail scenario has. Mostly everything has become digital with the uprise of e-commerce, and the brick and mortar store model, it faces tough competition from its online counterpart. But there are certain gaps and there's a void that online retailing tends not to fill. It does not fill certain gaps. First, it lacks personal touch and face-to-face interaction. It also kind of misses out on the opportunity to deliver a well-rounded shopping experience that can potentially be entertaining for customers. And with the emerging lifestyle changes and the times that we are in, human beings have, I believe that subconsciously we have started to crave real experience rather than virtual ones, because everybody is kind of sick at being at home and just interacting with screens all the time. And owing to this, the focus of marketers and retailers needs to shift towards catering to the experience related needs of the customers while catering to the commodity needs as well, moving beyond the product offering. So this phenomena is called as shoppertainment or experiential retailing. Shoppertainment tends to combine two elements of shopping and entertainment, which is about moving beyond just the product offering. And it is an innovative way to attract customers, and it seeks to create an immersive, engaging, and exciting in-store experiences for whoever visits these stores. And through shoppertainment, I believe that the idea is to maximize engagement and not make shopping a burdensome activity. The focus would lie on having a customer centric approach by converting the experience which is expected out of a customer rather than the expectation. Marketers and retailers can focus upon moving on to a better level. And the aim through shoptainment, as I mentioned, in this era of screens and virtual shopping and everything else, it in a brick and mortar store, it can be to make shopping an entertaining experience that lets shopper actively engage not just with whatever is going on in the store, but with the brand as well, to turn shopping into an extraordinary experience, and not make shopping a passive experience that they're just visiting the store and just buying whatever they want. So all in all, turning it into an extraordinary experience is the core idea of shoppertainment. So the objectives of the study are: first, to study what level of awareness is there about shoppertainment among sample respondents. Second, to understand what role the demographic variables such as gender, age, educational background, and employment status have on consumer buying behavior due to shoppertainment. Third, to find out the actual variables that contribute to shoppertainment. And fourth, to analyze the effect of shoppertainment on retail sales. The hypotheses are as follows. First, that age does not significantly affect consumer awareness about shoppertainment and how customers interact with the elements and react to it. The second one is that gender does not significantly affect consumer awareness about shoppertainment and how they interact with it and react to it. The third one is about educational background. And the fourth is about that employment status, that as well does not significantly affect consumer awareness about shoppertainment and how customers interact with it and react to it. The research methodology that has been used in the study was a mix of exploratory and cross-sectional descriptive research design was used. Sampling framework consisted of people belonging to the age group of 18 to 55, and total number of respondents were 227. Data collection tool used was a structured questionnaire, and the data analysis tests that were used were test of data normality, reliability statistics, frequency distribution, chi-square test, and regression analysis. Moving on to the findings and interpretations of this study, the first was the test of data normality was applied. It was done to find out whether the data collected, the data set was normally distributed or not. So after the tests that were run, value of skewness and kurtoises were found out to be not zero. This meant that the data that was collected, it was not normally distributed. Hence, ahead, we have used non-parametric tests. Then reliability statistics tests were run to measure the consistency of data. As mentioned above, the data analysis was done on 227 respondents. The value of Cronbach alpha came out to be 0.8, which was greater than 0.6, which proved that the data that was collected was reliable to undergo analysis. Here are the tables. Moving on to the frequency distribution of the demographic variables as mentioned before. It was found out that major contributors were comparatively young, mostly in the age bracket of 18 to 25 and 26 to 35. Frequency percentage of the gender of the respondents, higher number of female respondents were found as compared to their male counterparts. Majority of the respondents' minimum qualification was graduate. And majority of the respondents consisted, when it came about employment status, most of them were students and homemakers. And slightly more than 50% of the respondents were not aware of the term shop attainment. And there is a graphical representation of what kind of retail stores were that the respondents generally visited. So what I found was that mostly everyone visits apparel and accessory stores and supermarkets. Mostly these respondents, they visit physical retail stores either once a week or once every 2 weeks. And most of them, they spend either 1 to 3 hours while shopping or 3 to 5 hours while shopping in a physical brick and mortar store. And the highest frequency is when we talk about the money that they spend while shopping. So 58.1% of the shoppers spend around 1,000 to 5,000 rupees in one go while shopping. Then chi-square test was used in the context of sampling analysis for comparing my variance to a theoretical variance. So as mentioned, 4 hypotheses were constructed, that age, gender, educational background, and employment status do not significantly affect consumer awareness about shop attainment, how they interact with them and react to them. This was the chi-square test statistics table that were found. And as you can see, there are 4 values that were there. Moving on to that. So talking about age, the null hypothesis was rejected since the asymptotic significance value was found to be lesser than 0.05. This meant that knowledge and about shop attainment and perception of people belonging to different age groups towards shop attainment, it's different. Talking about gender, here the asymptotic significance value was 0.10, which is greater than 0.05, which meant that irrespective of what gender a person might belong to, they may have knowledge and enjoyable shopping experience when it comes to shop attainment. About educational background, the null hypothesis was rejected and the asymptotic significance value came out to 0.00, again lesser than 0.05, which meant that there is a difference in knowledge and perception due to the different literacy levels of different educational background among the respondents. And employment status, again the null hypothesis was rejected. The value came out to 0.00, lesser than 0.05, and which meant that people who have more time on their hands to enjoy shopping and treat it an experience, so they are the ones who enjoy shopping more. Moving on to regression analysis, it was done to analyze the relationship between independent and dependent variables. So in the model summary table, it was found the value of R square came out to 0.855. That meant that 85.5% of the dependent variable, that is retail sales, was explained by the independent variable of shop attainment, which meant that this percentage of respondents tend to purchase more when they have an entertaining shopping experience, and proving that shop attainment has a positive impact on retail sales. In the ANOVA table, it was found that the null hypothesis was rejected, and this meant that the independent variable was reliably predicted by the dependent variable, and shop attainment has a direct effect on retail sales. These are the factors, shop attainment related factors that I found out, and all of it has been mentioned in the table of coefficients. It's mentioned. So through that, what we found out that the coefficient for the following factors that were mentioned in the table is for the ones that are statistically significant at the 0.05 level, since their value was lesser than 0.05, and the bullet points that you can see in the slide, that one, importance of entertaining events and activities inside the store, be it small or large. There is an importance of entertaining events and certain activities that engages the customer. Then there is an importance of trial kiosks and pop-up shops. Then comes about the great customer service, paying attention to the surroundings, entertaining and interactive experiences, and the entire experience that a customer sees, they can share it with their peers. So all of these above mentioned shop attainment related factors directly contributed towards increasing retail sales. So after all of this research, we came to a conclusion that number one, that there is a direct relationship between shop attainment and retail sales, and the factors that I mentioned above, somewhere or the other, they tend to increase the interaction time and frequency of customers with in-store elements, and as a result, they tend to directly contribute towards increased retail sales. And as seen in the frequency distribution, that people belonging to a rather young age group and homemakers, since they tend to have more time on their hands to truly enjoy and interact with the in-store elements. And shop attainment not only does all of this, is it also tends to increase the rate of customer attraction, acquisition, and retention. So all in all, we came to a conclusion that there are endless choices in today's world, and since the changing times are there, marketers and retailers must strive to work on these points. And since shop attainment, it has a chance of attracting more and more people, because more your current customer base is attracted and engaged, more they'll spread the word of mouth. And even though in COVID times, as we discussed in other papers as well, that mostly everything has started to open up, so has the retail stores, and people have developed kind of an aversion towards just screen time and having all experiences virtually. So shop attainment is a way by the marketers and retailers which they can work upon. And that's all. And to convert the customers that are already there, they can work on them and entertain them and engage them in a way that whatever relationship that the retailer and the customer shares, it should not merely just be a transactional one. Rather, it should be towards developing this hedonistic approach and entertaining them, so that they feel not just towards the product related need, but they can also feel engaged, and they can feel that they're a part of something bigger, that the company cares about them, and they can resonate with the brand better. That's all from my side. Thank you everyone for your patience and attention. That will be all from my side.
Thank you so much, Vishakha, ma'am. Thank you so much. And I think it's a very interesting topic in the retail research, and it has given so much insights into the as far as retail research is concerned. And you know what is this, what is more special, what I feel is in this paper, this was truly purely an academic research which has been reflected in your the way you have presented, and everything was sequenced, and the way it was concluded, सारी चीजें थी उसमें जो academic research में होती हैं और होनी चाहिए.
Yes,
and
thank you.
yes, now I invite our judges and other participants for the question and answer. Kavita ma'am, Vipin sir, other participants, please.
Kavita ji, go ahead, please.
Sir, over to you, please.
Okay. So Vishaka very nicely presented and right amount of information with insights.
Thank you, sir.
So you said there were 227 respondents, right?
Right,
And you used a questionnaire while asking them all these questions.
right.
So what would be some top 2-3 questions, if you can tell me?
They were mostly based on, first of all, based on their shopper profile, as I mentioned, that what kind of, what time, what money they spend while shopping. And then secondly, they were based on the type of things that they have noticed in a retail space while they're shopping, and how are those things important. Like those were mostly related to the physical evidence elements inside a store. So there were questions based on that, and then based on have they ever noticed that properly, the importance of all those factors to them, that even if it was not such a great experience, would they still be a regular customer? Is it just about the product, or is it also about the experience that is provided? So mostly the questions were based on that.
Okay, okay. And do you have some data which proves that what kind of entertainment they like?
It was a more generic approach. It was based on what they see. There are interactive digital screens, the music that is being played, what kind of customer service is there, the kind of colors that are used inside the store, and if the retail store is going an extra step, but not too much, just enough in a way to see that how the customers they're made to feel important, and how attention is being paid to them. Those were there.
Okay, okay. In a lot of retail chains across the world, I've observed that wherever the employees are a part of the entertainment, the engagement is more, because employees are also thrilled as well as the customers are also thrilled. So did you find something like that, that the entertainment part is also given to the employees of the retail outlet? You find something on that?
No, I did not find something on that, because my research was mostly based on how the customers are entertained. I did not take the factor of employees that much.
Yeah, so since employees are engaged, the customers are attended a little more in a right engaging manner, and then that's where the experience is better.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that can be there. Even I can relate to that, since I work in sales. So I understand that when my employer treats me better, or if I am engaged or satisfied, so when it comes to customer service for me, so I am also able to perform better in that. So yes, that's a factor that can be included.
Understood. Thank you, Vishaka, for answering the question. Over to
Thank you so
Kavita
much.
ji.
Okay, well, that's great. Thank you so much, Vipin sir. So, Vishaka, hi.
Hi, ma'am.
It's nice to see the young faces and generation to go ahead with such a kind of academic research.
Thank you, ma'am.
And since you are into sales, you need a lot of motivation all the time. As you said also, when Vipin sir was asking, I am totally in support of what he said. I have couple of questions which normally is required, because you did so many tools you have implemented in your study.
Right.
So I just wanted to ask, have you given a thought that you can, include something internet based or e-retailing, because e-retailing is more often, in fashion right now, because everyone was going online due to pandemic. So I want to know which was the period for collecting the data.
It was pre-COVID times actually, and when this research was done, it was pre-COVID times. I was working on my paper, and the entire pandemic happened. So I had to tweak it a little bit with context to what was going on. But what I found out, even through my literature review, I had done some study on that. I had found out that there still are things, since everything has started to open up. People, at the end of the day, for some things, they don't. I would say they don't prefer shopping virtually as much for some things. So I did not pay much attention to e-retailing, since the context of my paper was completely different. But yes, if I tend to take this research ahead, I would take that into factor.
Yeah, you know what you can do very quickly. You can do that. See, as you said, you have done it post pre-COVID. Okay. When we see the data, pre-COVID is around 8 to 9 months before.
Right.
if you will show it to any Scopus index, they will tell you the data is kind of little outdated.
Right, right.
Yeah, so what you can do a comparative study with the help of what you have, and you can do one more study about post-COVID.
Yes,
So pre-COVID and post-COVID comparative study on shop attainment. I really like this word which you have created, because normally it is a cliche to use that word.
Right.
So shop attainment, you can always go for it. So
Right,
that's
ma'am.
congratulations, Vishakha.
Okay, thank you
Very
so
happy.
much, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kavita ma'am, Vipin sir. And we are having, I would like to invite another presenter. And
Actually, before we'll just invite another presenter. I guess Kavita ma'am is having another engagement and she's supposed to leave by 3:30. So before we'll just start with our next presentation, I would request Kali Charan sir to give a vote of thanks to Kavita ma'am. And Kali sir, can you hear me?
Yeah. Thank you, Jolly ma'am.
Yeah.
So it's a pleasure to propose a vote of thanks for Kavita ma'am. So I would like to thank to Dr. Kavita Tiwari ma'am, Professor, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Dubai. And the comment and the suggestion which is given by you ma'am will definitely add value in the field of research. And thank you for your valuable time given to us, and looking forward for the future association. So thank you ma'am, thank you so much. Now I would like to request Shalini ma'am kindly share the virtual memento of Kavita ma'am. So ma'am, please accept the virtual memento from our side, from IBMR IPS Academy.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
We'll be very soon sending it to your residential address, ma'am. Because of this Corona time, we are actually sharing it virtually.
No problem,
Okay.
no problem.
Thank you so
In
much,
fact,
ma'am, for
Yeah.
sharing your
I'm
valuable
sorry.
time.
Ma'am,
I'm
yeah.
so sorry, and it was always a privilege as you. I always feel that I'm with my own family. I never feel shy. I never feel hesitant, because I got the pleasure to get the great leader and my mentor, Dr. Vivek Singh Kushwaha, Dr. C.K. Goyal. I can never ever forget them, because I was the one who was so weak with quantitative aptitude and operations management. But C.K. Goyal sir, if you are hearing me right now, I would really like to tell you that what I am today in my research is because of your analytical skills. And the confidence which I got of presenting before so many people, whether online or offline, is because of Dr. Vivek Singh Kushwaha.
Yes, Vivek sir is with us from the whole beginning. So yes, yes,
Dr.
ma'am.
Kapoor also I can never forget, because the economics which we can learn from him is unbelievably outstanding. And even I'm really wanted to remember today Nagar sir, because of him. I was able to get the even admission when I was in MBA. So I am alumni for MBA from IBMR IPS Academy. I always saw it growing so much, and I got a lot of learning, not only in the form of marketing, foreign trade, international business, but also I got a very positive emotional intelligence, and I got such an entire and adorable team. Right, I think we were more than 40 when we were working together in the year 2013. And that time was my final stage of PhD, and we had a great grand celebration in January. I still remember it was 3rd January 2014, when we had a grand lunch, also buffet lunch, and everyone was present. And I do admire that present is still with me. Your wristwatch which you have presented me is still there, very nicely I kept. I used to wear it only in special occasion. It's a blessing from you all. And it's very important. This is the only platform when we get. I do not want to take more of time of you all, because time is money and money is honey. So enjoy the time. That is very important for all of us. And also got the opportunity to get connected with Jaya ma'am, Kali sir. Kali sir was always in connection with me. I was disturbing him so much from morning itself. And Jolly sir, sorry, Jolly ma'am, and got to know about Mr. Vipin also. Mr. Vipin would like to connect you again for further conferences. We both are in Dubai, so would like to connect with you furthermore. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. It's a pleasure to be
here. So the only thing I wanted to tell you, and what I learned from all of you, as well as from my seniors at the same time, is something which is called pandemic or corona. let us stay away with the positivity and let us make it positive that we have to do it, because the things which were before will never be like back again. So let's follow the new normal. So this is our new normal. I think sometimes we have to travel a lot when it is not COVID, and we have a lot of problems, costs, etc. But this is the platform. I don't think we can make it more convenient than anything. So I think everyone is so acquainted with the online thing. Thank you so much, and I would like to bow down my head before you all. Thank you so much for giving me this honor and opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kavita ma'am. And as always said by Vivek sir, that we all are family. I never felt that we were departed from such a long time, and after seeing you, it always gave me this feeling that we are family. And all the best, Kavita ma'am. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kavita ma'am. Thank you. Thanks for sparing time. And we really feel proud to see our students and our colleagues. They are doing really great job. And it's not 2014, it's still in 2020. We were connected virtually. So thanks for sparing time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, have a great day to all of you. All the very best. And definitely you all will rock. IPS should always rock. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Can we have our next participant?
Yes, proceeding towards our presentation, I would like to call Miss Vishnu Priya. Ma'am, are you there? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, please share your presentation.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Just 1 second.
Yeah, sure.
Ma'am, is it visible?
It's visible, ma'am.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our presentation. I am Vishnu Priya OS. I have done this topic along with my teacher, Dr. Neemat Shireen S. So moving to the presentation. The topic for the study is attitude of students towards Kahoot as a game-based learning approach at campuses in Ernakulam district. Let me give you a brief introduction into the topic. As we all know, COVID-19 outbreak has led to a drastic change in the field of education. Due to the COVID pandemic, teachers were instructed to adopt virtual teaching platforms and techniques across various countries. And this digital forms of imparting education has taken various forms such as online lectures, digital open books, conduct of online exams, teleconferencing, and virtual interactions. Ma'am? Ma'am, is it audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Audible. Hello?
And just a second. Recently, online learning has not only been considered as an alternative mode of pursuing studies, but also used as a supplement in order to enhance the effectiveness of traditional classroom mode of learning. The main objective of education or technology blended learning techniques is to impart education, practical knowledge as well as theoretical knowledge and skills. In addition to that, the class activities should be engaging and provide consistent feedback. Engagement involves mainly two elements: behavioral engagement and emotional engagement. Engagement to a greater extent can be improved by integrating carefully designed class activities and active learning techniques. Gamification in the field of academics is gradually gaining attention, and research papers in this area have shown an increasing trend. According to Deterding et al., gamification refers to the use of game design elements in non-game context. In teaching also, an online game-based application known as Kahoot can be used to change the teaching learning atmosphere, engaging and entertaining. Kahoot is a free, easy for students to use and simple for the instructors to learn and apply. The educators can use it for different purposes such as creating quiz or begin discussion or forming surveys. By offering immediate feedback, Kahoot helps students in conceptual understanding and self-understanding through further clarification during or after game. To date, despite a rising number of researchers on gamification in the field of education, very few research has been done on the attitude of students towards game-based learning approach with special focus on Kahoot application. So let me give you some background information on the topic. Games have always been embraced by gamers of all ages. Gamification has gained a lot of attention due to its successful implementation in varied domains such as medical field, business environment, social and lifestyle. The game components such as storyline and visual elements, goals, rewards, points, progress bars, leaderboard, and badges improve the participation, level of understanding, engagement, and motivation among students. With games, learning is the drug. Digital form of game-based learning provide great assistance in the learning process, which can be noticed in a range of contexts such as primary and secondary level schools, universities, adult education, military training, and medical practice. As a game-based teaching methodology, a new game known as Kahoot is being utilized in online along with traditional method of teaching. According to Beacon and Kokayev, 2018, incorporation of conventional teaching method with gamified methods will produce varying effects on various target individuals such as academicians, educational authorities, and student community. Hence, it may also vary with different geographical locations. It is interesting to note nowadays, youngsters who tend to spend more time on video games and social networking than involved with real-life activities admit that they would like to be taught in a real class environment rather than in a virtual class environment. So from this, we can understand the general attitude of people towards a person or an object or concept may have the possibility to collide with changing situations. Therefore, this study investigated the attitude of students towards Kahoot as a game-based learning approach. Attitude is nothing but it is a person's propensity to react either positively or negatively with regard to a situation or towards a person or an object or any concept. Moving to the objectives of the study, to investigate the relationship between students' attitude towards games and their attitude towards Kahoot as a game-based learning approach. Next, to find out whether the gender difference have any association with students' attitude towards Kahoot as a game-based learning approach. Next, to identify the perception of students towards Kahoot application. And finally, to analyze whether there is any association between students' scores and their attitude towards Kahoot as a game-based learning approach. Coming to the research methodology, the research design used was descriptive research. The population under study is regular college students from various colleges in Ernakulam district of Kerala. Sample size is 120 respondents, of which 60 were males and 60 were females. The sampling method used was cluster sampling. Questionnaire was the tool used to collect the data. And the tool for analysis include cross-tabulation, correlation, chi-square using SPSS software. Moving to the research findings, under this study, it was found that students' attitude towards games was largely dependent on the gender. In comparison with female students, male students disclosed a highly positive attitude towards gaming. The general attitude of students towards Kahoot as a game-based learning approach was found to be positive, that is 56.9%, followed by 25% of negative attitude and 17.2% of neutral attitude. Similarly, students' attitude towards games and their attitude towards Kahoot as a game-based learning approach have a positive relationship, as the R value, that is the correlation value obtained, is 0.673. The chi-square test revealed that there is a significant association between the gender of the respondents and their attitude towards Kahoot game-based learning approach, as the p-value was less than the standard alpha value of 0.05. It was also found that majority, that is 51.7% of the total respondents, had a positive perception towards Kahoot application, followed by a negative perception of 48.3%. There was no significant association between the course of the students and their attitude towards Kahoot game-based learning, as the p-value obtained was more than the standard alpha value of 0.05. So let me conclude the study. The notion of game-based learning has arisen as a paradigm for generating beneficial and exciting results in academic sector. Nevertheless, inclusion of game elements in education or introduction of game-based learning approaches without considering students' perspective may result in unintended consequences. So this study has preferred Kahoot as a game-based learning approach in order to investigate the students' attitude towards it. It was found that the attitude of students with regard to Kahoot as a game-based learning approach was positive. In a nutshell, gamified educational practices, if integrated with conventional teaching methods, could expect revolutionary reforms in the academic domain. Thank you all for your patient listening.
Thank you, Vishakha ma'am, for sharing your PPT and giving information about this Kahoot game-based learning. Now I would like to ask Vipin sir if he want to ask any question.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Vishnu Priya ji, for taking us through the presentation. My question would be about Kahoot's competition. Did you also analyze how Kahoot is scoring against the competition?
Sir, a competitive aspect was not analyzed in the study, sir. It was about attitude of students towards accepting these kind of gamified applications, especially during this COVID period. Students are attending online classes every day. So it should be engaging. For that, how it is their acceptance level and attitude towards this kind of gamified apps along with the traditional method of teaching.
Okay, so of course, this was a better option for them in terms of traditional. So they had to agree with this, right?
In comparison with some other kind of game sort of apps, the Kahoot has got many more features of a game. That is, it has a very colorful interface and background music. The teachers can recreate the quiz with images or videos, and like that, it was points, leaderboards, and immediate feedback. It has the option of immediate feedback. So it is a fun for them to practice this kind of using this kind of gamified app along with their normal traditional method of class.
And when you mentioned the only it's skewed towards the males and not towards the females. So what can Kahoot do?
Sorry, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I didn't understand the question.
You said the attitude of males is more positive towards Kahoot.
Yes, sir.
Not female, right?
Yes, it was male who have a more positive attitude towards games as well as these kind of gamified applications than females.
So what can Kahoot do to engage women? That's a difficult one. Nobody can answer. Males, females both cannot answer. Thank you so much for answering this question.
That's the difference.
Thank you, sir.
Men are from
Thank you
Mars,
so
women
much.
are from Venus, I guess.
Yes, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, Vishnu Priya ma'am. We'd like to call our last participant, Sanju Mahavar sir. And yes, Sanju sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, thank you, everyone. This is what the content, which include introduction, review of literature, objective of study, research methodology, data interpretation and analysis, finding, scope for further study, conclusion and research. This is what the title of my study, Factor Affecting Festive M-commerce Sales Promotion and its Impact on Consumer Buying Behavior. The objective of this research is to identify various factors which affect festive M-commerce sales promotion, and also find the impact of this factor on consumer buying behavior. The study is descriptive in nature, and a self-structured questionnaire was designed to take responses from consumer who are using online shopping. They are using mobile for online shopping. This is what the introduction part of my presentation. Everybody now very familiar with this word m-commerce, because they are doing lots of their daily routine work with their mobile. They are doing shopping, they are recharging, and they are purchasing, they are selling, lots of things they are doing with mobile commerce. So the term refers to the buying and selling of goods, services by using smartphones and other wireless handheld devices, which includes PDA, tablet, and all things. And m-commerce festive sales promotion are special type of offers like discount or limited edition kind of event during the years in India. And this can be specifically festive season like Holi, Independence Day, Rakhi, or Diwali, etc. The primary objective of these festive sales promotion marketing strategies are to attract attention of consumer towards m-commerce, and it increase the m-commerce sales. The problem which I have identified is what the festive m-commerce sales promotion strategies are based on various factors. Okay, but which factor impact most on festive season, and which factor affect the consumer buying decision? And this is what the review of literature which I have done based on my topic. And I have found that Vidyashree DV, LAP, and Shobha HN in 2018 found that customer perception on online shopping is differentiable from person to person, and its perception is limited because of the availability of internet connection and the product and services which are available on e-commerce platform. And K. Shilpa P.U. Rashri and Dr. P. Balasubramaniam in 2016. The research is about people perception towards online shopping. The study shows that majority of people like online shopping, and they face some difficulties while shopping online. Still, they prefer to buy online. It is concluded that in research that future demand of online shopping will increase as compared to offline shopping. And it is also found that majority of people prefer online shopping, and they choose cash on delivery and net banking for making payment of product and services. The next literature said in 2016 by Rama Mohan Rao and Chandrasekhar. The study identify and analyze the various factors which influences customer perception towards online shopping. The study identified showing that consumer perception influenced by different factors. These different factors are convenience, website design, delivery price, advantage, reliability, responsiveness. Lots of consumer are satisfied with their convention way of buying. Next is DRM Rajesh G. Purushottam in 2013, and it is found that online shopping has become more popular and preferable among the consumer. The main reason behind this is the convenience which is available in online shopping, especially in festive season, and it saves time by easily and quickly searching product on internet. These are my objective. And the first objective is to find out the factor that affect festive m-commerce sales. And the second objective is to find out impact of this factor on consumer buying behavior. Research methodology. This is a descriptive study based on survey method, and primary as well as secondary data method was used to collect data. A self-structured questionnaire used as primary data collection and research paper, articles, and data. from e-commerce website used as secondary data collection. The responses were recorded on different parameters on 5-point Likert scale. Sampling area was Indore and sample size is 154. The target respondents for this study comprises various consumers who buy online shopping using mobile app. And analysis of collected data is done with the help of factor analysis and regression analysis. This is the data analysis interpretation. The first table is demographic profile of respondent, and 42% female and remaining 57.14 is male. And the major group is 26 to 35 age group of respondent. And majority, if we talk about the education, so majority is from the undergraduate. And occupation, so service class, this is what the majority of respondent. And if we talk about income level, so dependent, housewife, students, these type of respondent belongs to 22.08. And after that, the person whose income between 1 to 3 lakh is 19%. And after that, 3 to 6 lakh is the majority of the respondent whose income is between 3 to 6 lakh. And a reliability analysis is done on my data, and I have found that Cronbach alpha value is 0.902, which is what the greater than 0.7, so we can reliable on this data. And I have applied a factor analysis on this data, and the factor loading value found relationship between each variable of study and its underlying factors. And it is important to measure suitability of respondent data before examining the factor analysis to extract factor. And the KMO value, this is what the 0.862, and this value is mediocre and acceptable. The significant value of a statistical tool should be greater than 0.05. The factor analysis is considerably appropriate, and below the table represent the significant value of the data set is less than 0.05, which is considerable. And the next table is my total variance, and as you can see, the 5 factors extracted from this tool, and these are the factors which I have given name as like discount, cashback, coupon, financing, EMI, and exchange. These are the 5 major factor. And after that, I have applied the regression tool because to know the impact of this factor on consumer buying behavior. And this is what my regression equation, like consumer buying behavior is dependent on this this constant alpha plus these are the independent variables. And these hypothesis I have formed, which is the there is no impact of factors on consumer buying behavior, and there is an impact of factors on consumer buying behavior. And this is what the model summary, and the value of R is 0.840. So 6% means selected independent variables can be explained up to 69.6%. Variation in the dependent variables. In ANOVA table, p-value is 0.00, observe less than 0.05 indicates that model is significant and null hypothesis is rejected. Thus, we can say that there is a significant impact of independent variables like discount, cashback, coupon, financing, and exchange on consumer buying behavior. In coefficient table, constant value alpha are observed 1.727 and coefficient values found to be beta 1, beta 2, 3, 4, and 5 are 0.502, 0.294, 0.007, and minus 0.041, minus 0.129 respectively. With the above observed value, the following regression model has been developed, and this is what the my model and regression equation. And the impact of factor on consumer buying behavior can be explained with the help of this table number at. And majorly there are 2 main important factors which affect the consumer buying decision, and one is the discount, and second one is what the cashback. Findings: discount with a total variance of 13.98 points. The variable has 19.911% of variance, and this was the most important determinants. The major important element of this factor are I wait for discount offers on festive sales, which is what the 0.878, and the lowest price ever discount offer, for example, Big Billion Days, etc., etc., and the value is 0.802, and the discount offers on festive season influences me to buy is 0.719. So discount was the major factor which affect the consumer buying behavior. After that, cashback is the second most important factor with 16.049% of variance. The major elements of this factor are cashback offers on festive season influence me to buy, which is the 0.876%, and cashback offer on my interest product influence me to buy, which is the 0.801, and cashback offers influence me to buy more than usually 0.788, etc. And the third factor which I have extracted is coupons, the use of coupon in online buying and selling. One of the important factor with 13.909% of variance. The major element of this factor are I like to use coupons on festive m-commerce sales, which is the 0.851, and if I'm having a coupon and it reduces my product price, it influences me to buy the product is that 0.806, and it show that that if consumer having coupon related to price of, so it influence him or her to buy online. And next is the finance, which is what the EMI facility available for buying a product, and this factor also come one of the major important determinant with the variance of 10.074%, and after that exchange with a total variance of 9.995%, and this factor also playing important role in online shopping. And major element for this factor are exchange offers on product influence me to buy online is 0.684, and in online shopping I get good amount in exchanging, which is the value is 0.675. And scope for further research is due to a small scale study, the generalization of finding from this research is minimal. More fruitful values may be found by involving consumer from different demographic and geographic areas which larger scale nature. And in addition, a large number of sample sizes can provide two different set of determinants factor in exploratory research. The determination of the relationship between social classes and m-commerce is another factor that may aid to further exploring this research. And conclusion, I have mentioned conclusion on the basis of the first objective, and that was to find out the factor that affect festive m-commerce sales promotion. The various factors that affect sales festive m-commerce sales promotion were identified and reduced into 5 factors, named as discount, cashback, coupons, financing, and exchange. And it has been observed that discount is the most important determinants which affect festive m-commerce sales promotion, especially on festive season sale, and cashback is the second most important factor that affect festive m-commerce sales promotion. Third is the coupon, and next one is the financing, and the last one was the exchange. Second objective, the impact of factor on consumer buying behavior. So factor analysis shows that there are 5 major variables, and there is an impact of these variable on dependent variable, that is what the consumer buying behavior. And the respondent feels that discount, cashback, and coupon are the 3 main variables that influence them to buy, especially on festive m-commerce sales. Most consumer influenced by discount, they wait for discount offers on festive sales, coupon which reduce their product price, so it attracts them, and cashback offers influence them to buy more usually as compared to usually. The other factor like financing facility, especially for the large amount of product, so they influence them to use this facility. And exchanging, if they are buying, if they are getting a good amount of off, if they are they are getting this exchange offer from m-commerce, and if they are getting like good amount in exchanging, so it attracts them to buy through online. This is what the reference, and thank you.
Thank you, Sanjay sir. Very rightly observed. These days, sales promotion techniques applied online are actually bringing a competitive advantage to a different level. I would like to open this. I'd like to request now all the participants and Vipin sir for the question answer round. And we are also having one more participant, Menika Soni ma'am. She recently joined us, so we'll just continue her presentation after this. Yes, Vipin sir.
All right. So I will quickly ask. Thank you, Sanju, Mr. Sanju, to take us through this lovely presentation. Yes, we used to say M-commerce is future. Now we have to say M-commerce is present, right? So times have changed. So I observed there were majority of undergraduates in your M-commerce study. Why is that? Any numbers on that?
Sir, as I am in teaching, so I am having easily reachability to that crowd. So that's why the number of people they belongs to UG.
Okay, so this study was done when? When was this study done?
Sir, the duration is in 2020, and the time was June to August.
Okay, so this was basically during the pandemic.
Yes, sir.
So which festivals were kept in mind? I mean, what are the festivals that are?
So people like Big Billion Day and Amazon Festival season, mainly they wait for this because lowest price ever type of deal they got from e-players, M-commerce players, especially on biggest festival of our Indian culture. So they wait for Diwali and this kind of festival.
And what products? Any products that was found out in this?
Yes. Sir, it is found that electronic products they prefer, and after that the fashion product they prefer more.
Okay, and what platform are they using to buy? Is it Amazon or some other platform?
Sir, there is not specifically platform is mentioned in my question, but Flipkart and Amazon, I think they prefer more. But in my research, there is no specific type of question which is based on Flipkart and app like.
Understood. Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Vipin sir. Thank you so much, Sanjay sir. Do we have Menika ma'am with us? Menika ma'am?
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
Ma'am, my topic is.
Would you like us to play your PPT, or you would be playing your PPT, ma'am?
I'll play my PPT as well,
Yeah,
if it's possible.
Yeah, please. Thank you so much.
1 second.
Yeah. Just give us a moment, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am. You can share your PPT.
1 second. Just hold 1 second.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Now visible.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. It is visible now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My topic is impact of digital media on higher education. Yes. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Please continue, ma'am.
Yes, glimpses of higher education. Glimpses of higher education in India. As we know that digital media has taken place, in today's time, digital media is used, accessed by everyone. India's higher education system is the third largest in the world, as we know, and India has almost 973 universities and 39,931 colleges as well. And the growth of digital media since 90s and now it has been developed, as we can say, because it has played a major role also as well in the lives of the people. And the growth of digital media since 90s and now has developed in such a way that it is being assessed by most of the students as well, and where the active participants in social media are students. They are students only. And India's higher education sector has witnessed a tremendous increase in the number of university level institutions and colleges since independence. And there are 3 types of universities: conventional universities, deemed universities, and institutions of national importance. Higher education can be seen as a focal point of knowledge and its application and institute which makes a greater contribution to the economic growth and development through fostering innovation and increasing higher skills. And now we come to higher education in Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh has 2 central universities, 16 state universities and 3 deemed universities. And one is private university and 3 institutes of national importance, including an IIT. All India Institute of Medical Science is also there, and there's an NIT. The state also has IIM and IISER and 2 NLUS. Higher education, Madhya Pradesh has more than 178,000 students in 209 different faculties under 1,405 colleges. And Indore is Indore division is an administrative geographical unit of Madhya Pradesh, state of India. And Indore is a city surrounded by mostly villages and small towns where students come from various cities of Madhya Pradesh for higher education, where they get the information about the colleges through digital marketing via the platforms of social media, where we can just see that universities and colleges, they promote about their colleges via digital media, where students can get enrolled and take admissions through that. And now digital marketing comprises of search engine optimization, where students can search for good colleges, universities, and for any other field which they require for. Yeah, and pay per click PPC advertising is also there. Web designing, content marketing, social media marketing, email marketing, and bonus marketing analytics, and Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and now we come to digital marketing and higher education. Digital marketing is the use, as we know, digital marketing is the use of the internet, mobile devices, social media, search engines, and other channels which can reach the consumers, and to require new way of approaching customers and understanding how customers behave in marketing. And digital marketing targets specific segments of the customer base and is interactive. And digital marketing is a broad field, including attracting customers via email, content marketing, such platforms, social media, and more. And higher education is the third level education after we leave school. Higher education gives boost to our career prospects and earning potentials. Thus, digital marketing has emerged in such a way where the students from various places get to know about colleges and universities, from where they can take admissions. There are surveys and advertisements where the students view about it and get enrolled. Earlier, things were very slow, which were carried by newspapers, books, magazine, etc. But now, due to the help of internet, things are available instantly, as we can read e-books, e-magazines, and we can do things online also. Whereas in this pandemic also, the situations has raised where students were getting enrolled in online classes, and they could just avail things from internet. And digital marketing in pandemic, through digital marketing, through digital media, students also looked for colleges via Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc. Online education also took place. Universities and colleges used digital media for branding. Works were done through online method. Students can get information instantly on social networking sites. Marketing has used social media platforms where many students are active where they use it. There was a rapid change in the pandemic where most of the works were done through digital media. And now we come to the conclusion. Digital marketing in higher education has not only helped in academics, but in other surfaces as well, because online meetings were also being conducted, even online classes, and many of the things were that like we could search for any of the things over here through internet. And digital media has helped in various segments where it connects with the students via social media platforms. Digital marketing has not only served in the field of marketing, but also has balanced the works of every other field as well in the pandemic also. Online classes or courses were the resources which helped the organizations to earn income. And this was the last, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, Menka ma'am. And it was really an enlightening presentation. As we are right now digitally connected only, and it is aptly applicable in the present moment. I would like to invite Vipin sir and other participant to please ask any questions if they're having. Vipin sir.
I've been asking the majority questions and the participants are not getting chance to ask questions. Let the participants ask questions now.
Okay, sure. I request participant to please, if they have any questions. Rathore sir, please.
Yeah, definitely. If it has been supported by little data, then analytically understanding things would have been little better. That's what
Yes,
I
sir.
feel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what my observation.
Okay, sir. Thank you. I would work on that more.
Sir, I just asked one question, Menika ji.
Yes, sir.
Which channel is working the best in getting the higher education students in academy?
Which channel is getting?
Yeah, which digital channel is working the best?
Which digital channel is getting the best? Sir, it could be through social media platforms, as we can say. It could be Facebook, also Instagram, also where social media, like where they are doing branding. LinkedIn is also another social media platform from where we can get admissions as well. Like where we can get students get enrolled in for admissions and for doing other perspectives also. So they are active. Mostly, as we know, the youths are using social media, and where they are using, they are getting information about the colleges and universities. So the target point of universities and colleges comes in that point, so that they can get information in Instagram also. Because as we assess Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn, so we get information over there. There are many promotions done by the universities and the colleges.
Understood. Thank you so much for your answer.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Vipin sir. Thank you so much, Menika ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am, I request if you can just stop the slide share.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Menika ma'am.
I request Vipin sir, as he is representing the industry also here. Can you please share some of your experience with our participants?
Yes, sir, since you are having a very rich experience, please enlighten us. We have been waiting for you. Over to you, sir.
All right. So basically, it's an honor to be here. I'm very thrilled to be a part of this. And I guess it's always good to hear different perspectives, the data collected from various sources. And India is really dynamic, and we can see a lot of real data coming in from India, and relevant topics as well. I would say this topic itself, which is called the IBMR IMC conference, which is the e-conference. So first of all, kudos to all the organizers here. I mean, they've done a fantastic job. You've been really working hard on this particular part, and you've brought it to this level where one point in time I saw 260 participants in the morning. So holding that kind of a crowd online is a very commendable job. So you have to have the content which is relevant to people to be there. And on the top of it, the kind of presentations that have been made and brought together. And of course, dignitaries, if I want to say, I cannot find these eminent dignitaries anywhere else, starting from architect Achal Chaudhary ji and Dr. Kushwaha, Dr. Vivek ji Kushwaha sir, and so many special eminent speakers. But apart from that, I would like to really say that there were few presentations which had great depth, which easily is not available in this part of the world, especially when it's correlated to the current pandemic. Like I especially liked Mr. Rathore's presentation, which is talking about a very relevant topic in India, covering all the facts and figures. Few of the observations that I noted were from like Kahoot. Kahoot is an app which is very famous in this part of the world, and in order to engage members across the world, we use Kahoot regularly. So there's a business network called BNI, which is called Business Network International, and we use Kahoot as a tool quite frequently to engage members across the world, because they're losing interest in any kind of thing, especially it's happening online. So I'm very thrilled to know that Kahoot is taking great, it's penetrating the Indian market. Dr. Arpan's blended learning was very informative, because blended learning is a new category and nobody has the right definition. But learning that and seeing it in one place was another aspect. So yeah, Vishakha's presentation on shoppertainment, another great insight from a young person like Vishakha. So yeah, I'm falling short of words of in terms of the kind of learning I've got from this presentation. I'm honored to be here. Great to see all these presentations.
Vipin, if you permit, I have a small query.
Please go ahead, sir.
Please, Colonel. Yeah.
Vipin sir, you have seen the academics as part of India, and now you are other side.
Right.
We are in this platform. We are academicians in India. So would you like to give us one or two suggestions for improvement or something like that?
Well, we need to go
there, and which we can incorporate in India.
Yeah. So two things which we do not see through when we are researching in India. India is such a vast market that we get engrossed in India and we never think international. So especially in smaller places like Indore, people have the ambition to think about Bombay, Calcutta, Bangalore, but they don't think that I would be sitting in New York or London. That is a very important aspect. So you have to start researching from that part to this part. And we are way ahead of the thought process there. That I can differentiate very clearly. Kids here or students here are lagging behind on a lot of aspects. So those things, research should be done internationally rather than just restricting to India. I do understand it's very relevant for that market. And number two would be, well, I mean, I guess I have covered both the points in one shot only. I think this is, we should use this potential to research.
Thank you so much, Vipinji, for sparing time. The question is, the theme or the topic that we are carrying, Industry 4.0 transforming economy through innovative management practices. So the basic idea is like you are from industry side. So many a time it happens that a faculty member or a person is working on a research paper which are more of academic in nature. So what you think, like we have seen the presentation of Rathorji. So he has basically presented on solar energy or renewable energy. So what you think, like if in an international scenario or in a global scenario, what are the areas, what is the industry expectation if suppose academicians are working? So yes, these type of reports, these type of research work is helpful.
Correct. It is definitely, it is more relevant to the world. So like if we are taking Mr. Rathor's example, it is more relevant to go to a particular government or a particular what you call angel investing firm to talk about these facts and figures and bring in investment to grow a particular part of business as compared to the other researches. So this is more relevant practically with facts and figures and on ground. And of course, the topic is very critical, which is renewable energy. So
you are from real estate side. You are working in a real estate firm and handling, and Dubai is a destination once it was on peak. So what if you could share your experience, something related to your work, related to your profile, how change is coming now, like because of COVID-19 world over? Yes, we have faced the problems, but now what change you are seeing and what you think as far as Dubai's market is concerned?
Yeah, so Dubai market, it's a very unique market. So there are no factories here. There are no agricultural industry here. So all the people are working here or business owners here, right? So from that perspective, in real estate, what is happening is I see a trend going towards townhouses and villas. People are buying or moving in villas and townhouses primarily because there are online classes happening of the kids and the working family members are using online as a tool to run their businesses. So they require separate rooms to run their own businesses from their. So classroom would be one kid be in one room, the other kid in the. If there are two kids, they have got second room for the other kid, and the best room goes to the father or the mother, whoever is running the show. So that has become important. That's the reason people are buying more villas and townhouses in Dubai, and tourist-related areas and SME-related areas where most of the SMEs were have been hit the most. Like, I'm not too sure if members here are aware of Dubai, but areas like JLT, Marina, Business Bay are highly affected. Though they are premium areas, but they are affected because there are no tourists or less tourists, and at the same time there are not many SMEs operating from this thing. And also a lot of offices have been declared to be working online till December 2021. Because of that, the sizes of offices are going smaller. So they're only representative offices now, and the bigger offices have been left empty. So that's the impact right now of real estate in Dubai market. But it's going very positive in Dubai. People are coming back to buy.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vipin sir, Vivek sir, and Rathore sir for such a thoughtful discussion and making us aware about the current situation because of this pandemic. If there is any more questions, I would like to welcome all our participants. In that case, I'll request Mansi ma'am to give vote of thanks to our eminent judge, Vipin sir. Mansi ma'am, can you hear us?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, ma'am, please.
Good evening, all. I extend my thanks to Mr. Vipin Sharma, who spared time from his busiest schedule to grace this occasion of International Management E-Conference of Industry 4.0, transferring economy through innovative management practices. Sir, you have judged our conference on the theme marketing management. Sir, it is always great to have you with us and your extensive support, which is like a forever for us. Looking forward towards staying interconnected always with you. Thanks for joining today. So thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mansi ma'am. Thank you, Vipin sir. I would request Shalini ma'am to please share the memento and token of love for Vipin sir. I really apologize. This is right now virtual, Vipin sir, because again, the pandemic situation. Will be very soon sending it to you. Thank you so much.
I'm honored. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you, sir. I request all the participants to please join us tomorrow in the valedictory session, as the results of the best paper presentation will be announced there. I request all of you to please join tomorrow. Link will be shared on the group itself for the marketing session which we have formed, and we'll forward the link of the valedictory also and all the other session which will be running tomorrow, so that you all are most welcome to join there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Once again, thank you so much, Vipin
Thank
sir,
you, ma'am.
and
Thank
all
you
the
so much.
participants,
Thank you,
Colonel Rathore, everyone. Thank you so much
all of
for
you
having us. having you all
Thank you.
here. Thank you so much. Bye.
Have a good day, all of you.
Have a good
Thank
day.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.